wondered why some women don't realise they're queer until their 20s, 30s, even 40s? Well, there's a theory for that. Compulsory heterosexuality, or comphet, comes from feminist writer Adrienne Rich. She argues that heterosexuality isn't always just an orientation, it's an expectation. Comphet is basically the idea that straight is the script we're handed from birth before we ever have a chance to question who it is we want. Straightness is something women are expected to perform, not to actually feel. Rich says that society treats straight as the default, not because everyone is straight, but because women are raised to see desire for men as natural and inevitable, even when it's not actually reflective of their true attraction. This shows up in 1,000 different ways, from girls being told that their only value comes from being desirable to men. No, you can't wear that dress because men don't like it. You've got to be nice and quiet and polite because that's what's going to find you a really good husband. Or being taught that any sort of male attention, negative or positive, is a compliment. Who was raised being told that that boy is just being mean to you on the playground because he fancies you? Then there's the fact that so much of society teaches you that it's normal to hate your partner. The old ball and chain keeping you from living the life you really want to live. You might not really like your boyfriend, you might not be attracted to him and he annoys you every time he opens his mouth, but that's normal because nobody likes their boyfriends, right? And often when women do express queer desire, it's written off as a phase or a rebellion, something you need to get out of your system before you settle down with a nice man. Comphet tells women that of course they like men, they must like men, because there's no other storyline out there for them. When women are taught to like men by default, it keeps men at the centre of everything, which is exactly what the patriarchy wants. And Rich isn't saying that straight women don't exist. Of course straight women exist. What she's saying is so many queer women spend years doubting their own emotions, their own feelings, because they're taught they've got no choice but to like men. We can spend years misreading our own discomfort as shyness, friendships for crushes, expectation as attraction. It explains why so many women come out later in life, why queer desire can be seen so late. And understanding this as comphet is important because it means that you weren't broken or lost or confused, you were just socialised to be straight, and it's hard to see past that. So comphet isn't really about sexuality, it's about expectation that's placed on us from the day that we're born, the expectation to perform as straight.